Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Top of the morning to y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Boy, do we got a good show for you this morning. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome to Good Morning Raider Nation Live podcast with yours truly, Lunatic Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, ready to rock and roll with your boy, man. We're going to get into it. Today, we're going to talk about the defensive ends. Meet the defensive ends of the Raiders as far as who's already under contract, who was drafted, and who was signed as undrafted. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about what they bring to the table, and we're going to get a little bit of information about them behind the scenes that a lot of people don't have, but we have. Right here on Raiders Allegiance, we got the information you want and you need about the players that's dressed up in the silver and black. Man, shout out to everybody and thank y'all for being here. It is a pleasure to have each and every one of y'all here, man. We're gonna go ahead and shout y'all out because, man, without y'all, we got shit going. You feel me? With the rent. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Navy Vet 45. Hey, right on, Navy. Yeah, I understand you at work and you're gonna just listen. Hey, anybody part is fine with me. Pause. I'll take an eardrum, take your eyeballs, but you can keep your swipe. I ain't touching the ding-a-ling, but hey, your ears and your eyes I'll take, man. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you for pulling up for real. Raider Goon in the building. Man, what is the deal, my guy? Thank you for being here. JB on the good foot. What's the deal, my dude? Top of the morning to you. Thank you for being here. Will Wayne is in the building. Y'all thought we bullshitting? Why you bullshitting? Shout out to Sugar Free. Yes, indeed. Brian Rodriguez is in the building. Good morning, my brother. Thank you for being here. It's here. We already know, and we know what's better than one red ring. Two of those motherfuckers. Yes, indeed. Two red rings in the building. What's the deal? For real, for real. We got Paul Gaines in the building. What is the deal, man? Tops, man. Yeah, I need to sip some of this cerveza real quick. Hold on one time. Yeah, for y'all that don't know, I dropped one of them shows, them pop-up shows, The Mind of Lunatic, 3:30, I think I did it. But yes, I'm back again, so you already know I'm up and ready to ride. Feel me? Raider being in the building, man. My man, the man with long hair who don't care, man. What's the deal, man? Have a great show, Loon. I'm busy with work. Just wanted to, man, I appreciate it, man. Anything and everything. You feel me? You ain't explain it, man. Understood. It does not need to be said. My dude, Raider being solid as it come, man. And that's concrete. Hey, shout out to everybody. And let's see, did I miss anybody? Raider Critique, my dude. Where the fuck you been, Raider Critique? Man. Where the fuck you been, man? Where the fuck you been, Raider Critique? Where you been? Huh? Where you been? My dude, man. I'm glad. Hey, good to see you, my brother. Thank you for being here, man. For real. Frankie Sanchez, man. What is up with it, man? Tops of the morning. Tony Sheffield, man. What is up, dude? Hey, for real, man. The nation is in effect this morning. I like that shit. I like that shit, man. For real. What you say, critique? That should be good. Come on. Oh, hey, we about to get into it, man. We're talking about the defensive ends today, and we're covering drafted, already on the team, and undrafted, man. I got some good information for y'all. Dirty Eric, my dude, man, top of the morning. You already know, man. I'm breathing, man. I can't complain. Eugene Powell, my dude, top. Thank you for being here. That's it. All right. Let's get into this shit, shall we? You know what I mean? So what I did was go in depth. Since the draft is over, undrafted. We got defensive ends that were already on the team, drafted to the team, and unsigned, signed to the team. And we're going to talk about them, what they bring to the table, what makes them stand out, what's their strengths, their weaknesses. We're going to get into it. I done did the breakdown, so y'all ain't got to do it. All y'all got to do is kick back and listen, blow one for the pole one, and bottoms up for everybody else that's dry. You feel me? Shout out to everybody out there. Fizzy, man, where the fuck you been, man? Fizzy, where you been, bruh? You just pop up out of nowhere like everything all copacetic. Man, come on, bruh. Hey, good to see you though, man, for real. All right, y'all. Let's let the games begin, man. Let Lunatic be the one to introduce y'all to who the hell we got on this team at defensive end. Now, I know some of the undrafteds people look at, don't really know too much about them, but trust me, there's a lot to know about them. Their character, their mind frame, their intestinal fortitude, and how much they love the game and what they bring to the game. So we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna start with the people who's already on the team, and we're gonna let you know. You already know what they are, but it's just good to show you what they're about. And then when we take a look at these others, we can see, could they be on the same projection? You know what I mean? Or could they fall short? We need to know. We Raider Nation. This is our team. We need to know what's going on with our team. And this is exactly what we're going to do. So without further ado, let's jump into this shit. First up, everybody knows who this man is. Mad Max Crosby. Defensive end. One of the greatest draft picks we ever did. 4th rounder. 6'5", 255 pounds. 81-inch wingspan. They call him the Condor, the California Condor. You know what I mean? Big birds with big wingspans. You feel me? Oh yeah, we gonna get. Hey Tony, we gonna get to the quarterback this year. Let me just break down this defensive end, and you'll see for yourself. Y'all come up with your own conclusion and what y'all think. But I got information, game film, and everything you could think of, man, as I break this shit down. You know what? Let's turn this music down some so we can concentrate on the facts at hand. Shout out to everybody out there, man. But yes, first up, Max Crosby. You already know the measurables. You already know the history of this dude. And just to refresh your memory, we're going to show y'all how this motherfucker get down. And we all know who that is, man. That's Max Crosby, man. Mad Max, aka the Condor. You already know how we do it. This man is he's gonna bring havoc. He got him a team now of guys that's in the same mind frame as him as far as attack the quarterback, relentless abandonment, willing to sacrifice his health just to cause harm to others. You already know how it go. Before I continue on, let me go ahead and do this disclaimer. Let them know this is for entertainment purposes only, educational and entertainment purposes only, fair use. Right now that we got that out the way. So yes, that was Max Crosby. We all know and love this man for rocking the silver and black. Even got the damn shield tattooed on his body. You feel me? So next up, we already know the old man veteran of this team. A lot of people we know for a fact that his production did not equate to what we expected it to be coming from not Carolina, but for Arizona. Um, he's getting a little bit long in the tooth, but the knowledge is something that we can tap into with these young dudes that we've drafted and also signed as undrafted rookies. So without further ado, bam, Mr. Chandler Jones. Height 6'5", 266 pounds. I'm not certain of his wingspan, but it's in the 80s. I think it's more than Max Crosby, who was at 81 inches. I don't know. I think about 84 around there is what he is. I'm not sure for certain, but hey, we'll take anything 80 inches on up. And without further ado, this is our guy, Chandler Jones. And that's Chandler Jones. I think the thing that would help out Chandler Jones the most is getting him some help. And what I mean by help is getting him another body, whether it's DT or whatnot, to go ahead and be the focus of the double teams that other teams throw upon us, therefore allowing Chandler Jones to go heads up with whoever. I think heads up, Chandler Jones to get their ass. Double teams, I think double teams is a problem for him. It's hard for him to fight through, but if we get the guys that demand the double teams and put them next to him, whether it's Byron, I was gonna say Byron Allen. No, not Byron Allen. If if it's Byron, I forgot his last name, damn it. But y'all know who I'm talking about, the defensive tackle from Alabama. Or if we even want to move around Tyree Wilson around the line up front and put him over there at DT next to him to demand the double team, it will help Chandler Jones out tremendously. So with that being said, man, that's Chandler Jones. Next up on our list, of course, is Malcolm Kuntz, who's been with this team, 6'2", 250 pounds. Now I'm thinking, I think he added some weight in the off season. I don't know exactly what that weight is, but 6'2" and whatever. I think that they might attempt to try him out at linebacker. It makes sense. Not saying that that's where he's going to probably end up at, but that's one thing that they might try him at just due to the size, weight, measurables. But yes, Mr. Malcolm Coons. And that was Malcolm Kuntz. Shout out to Holly and Chris Ariola. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. Appreciate y'all for real. So yeah, that was Max Crosby. Now we're getting into the drafted, which Tyree Wilson, 7th overall in the first round, Texas Tech. You already know the routine. We're gonna dive into this gentleman right here, 6'6", 275 pounds, and a crazy 86-inch wingspan. Hey, the dude right here, I think this is the next Max Crosby in waiting. Not saying he's going to be exactly like him, but he can surpass him with the attributes he brings to the game with his measurables. But hey, don't take it from me. Take it from his gameplay. As you can see, Tyree Wilson is going to be a beast, man. We have legitimate pass rushers. Pass rushers. Not just on the first level, second level, and possibly third level. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it for real. We up next. We got players that were undrafted, free agents that the Raiders went up, called up, gave them a contract, boom. Now they're Raiders. These guys are not to be overlooked just because they're undrafted. We know the track record of the Raiders and undrafted rookies with about, 3 or 4 of them making the team last year. Matter of fact, 4 of them made the team last year in Masterson, Darian Butler, Palomau, and don't forget Chase Garbers. 4 undrafteds that made the team. So what could happen again? Hell, if we're lucky, history shall repeat itself with the additions of these coming up gentlemen right here. We have Adam Plant Jr. Started off at TCU, ended up at UNLV where he's from, went to high school. So he came back home, 6'5", 260 pounds, with a 33.5-inch arm length, and then the wingspan is 80 3/4 inches. Only 1/4 inch away from what Max Crosby stands at with 81. We got guys with reach, y'all. Guys with reach. But once again, don't take it from me. Let me show you what this guy looks like in gameplay with live rounds. Check this out. And that is Adam Plant Jr. As you can see, long, lanky with the reach, the wingspan, similar to Tyree Wilson. Gets after it, chases down plays, never quits. That is what I like in this gentleman. Maybe he makes the team. If not, by at least the practice squad. You know what I mean? Now, these next two gentlemen were also undrafted rookies. I don't have game film on them, but I'm going to let you hear from their coach and just listen to what the coach says about these guys. These two next gentlemen, you have to pay attention to what they have between the ears and the heart that they have in their chest. This will let you know the kind of players Ziegler and them is going after. They're not going after soft ass, cotton swab ass players. They're going after concrete and steel guys that if they got injured and fucking broke their arm, they'll tell you, just take my arm off. I'll tackle them with the other one. That's just the kind of mentality, the mind frame these motherfuckers is that they went out and got. You think I'm bullshitting, but I'm telling you, these are what these next two gentlemen possess between the ears and in their chest. They're unlike any other player that I have seen the Raiders select in years. In years. First up, we're going to take a look at George Tarles out of Boise State. 6'3", 255 pounds, 32-inch arms with a wingspan of 78 inches. I think the front office is looking for defensive ends to be around the 80-inch wingspan mark. They like that length because it helps out a lot. When you're engaged with the offensive lineman, you still can reach out and make tackles. You know what I mean? If the quarterback is running from you, you may not be able to catch up with him, but you can dive out there and grab him because you have the length to grab him by the fucking ankle. You know what I mean? And make the play. And you've been seeing this on this episode of, dude, where's my car? No, I'm fucking with you. But for real though, George Tarles is one of those ones. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My guy Pyro in the building, man. Hey, what's the deal, man? What's the deal, man? Hey, yeah, I'm alive, man. We're talking over these defensive ends, man. Defensive ends. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Undrafted, drafted, and already on the squad. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get into George Tarles, and I want y'all to listen to what the coach says about him. Listen to him, and you'll understand what type of player the Raiders went out and got an undrafted free agent George Tarles, Boise State. Let's go.
Any position on defense, it takes mentality, right? That's what we talk to him. Every player from the nose guard to the corner, that it takes that. But up front, I mean, it's an absolute dogfight every single snap.
You know, mentality is one of those intangible things that Boise State defensive coordinator Spencer Danielson stresses for his entire unit and especially his defensive line. With the Broncos facing an impressive run game from Oregon State, who better to turn to than defensive end George Tarlas? The guy literally embodies mentality, waking up early so he can meditate before practice. Now, he's a fun guy to talk about. After moving to the U.S. from Greece, he played just 2 seasons of high school football at Bora, and it was enough to get him to Weber State, where he earned all Big Sky honors. Now he returns to Boise, where he's expected to be a problem for opposing offenses as a defensive end, and according to Danielson, might even have what it takes to play on Sunday.
He wants to be developed, wants to win championships, wants to do it in Boise, but he wants to be developed to have a shot to go play at the next level. And seeing him operate from the second he walked on campus in January, he has shown that is a huge desire of his heart. It's easy to talk about, right? Everybody, you ask anybody who want to play in the NFL, they're all going to raise their hand. But for him, seeing him put the work in to hopefully put himself in that situation. Obviously, time will tell, but he's worked his tail off to put himself in that spot.
And see, what that tells me is he's the type of player that wants to be pushed to the limit. He wants to be great. But in order to be great, he's willing to be developed and coached hard. See, I know a lot of people don't understand McDaniel's coaching style, but when you sit back and you get all the tidbits of what you know about this coaching style, he's hard on players. Because you hear, for one, people such as Jacoby Myers coming in said he appreciates McDaniels for making him the player he is by being hard on him. See, certain players want coaches to be hard on them, and those players are the players who want to be great at what they do. They understand it takes a certain type of coach to bring that extra out of you to make you a great player. And they're not scared of being coached like that. This dude here, George Karlas, he's one of those. From what I heard his coaches say about him, I'm knowing he wants to be coached. He wants to be developed. He wants to be great. He wants to make the NFL. What else can you say? He's a player that wants to be great and willing to accept whatever comes along with that. Those are the players you want to fill your roster with. Dudes that ain't scared to be coached hard. That when you do coach them hard, the greatness in them comes out. Only a few motherfuckers are built like that. I ain't gonna say a few. Some are built like that, but some of these other motherfuckers are soft as shit. They can't handle it. They'll cry. They'll go tell, oh, coach made us do burpees or coach made us do wind sprints until it got dark, crying like a bitch. But the motherfuckers that accept that for what happens in doing wind sprints say, hey, fuck, I ain't tripping off the wind sprints. When I got into the real game, it was easier than fucking the practice. They go so hard on us in practice, the regular game ain't shit. I'm out there running around all game long, not even getting tired. That's the mentality. So I like this dude, George Tarlas. Will he make the team? I don't know. I can't tell you. But with a 78-inch wingspan, 6'3", 255 pounds, nice measurables. Could go to the practice squad if anything else. So with that being said, let's move on. The last guy on this defensive end list is Brock Martin. Wait till you get a load of this dude. Now, this dude is fucking bruh. If you can think of a player, right, that wants to be coached hard, and not just wants to be, he shows you. He loves the game so much, he's willing to go over and beyond expectations just to do so. Watch what I tell you. Watch this shit. This is Brock Martin. He comes out of Oklahoma State. 6'3", 245 pounds, 33-inch arm length with a 79-inch wingspan. I told you, they're in love with that 80-inch radius, that 80-inch area of a wingspan of defensive ends, because everybody I just talked to is no less than 78 and up to 86. So that's the range they're looking at for defensive ends, outside linebackers in the 3-4. You know what I mean? So let's go on to Brock Martin out of Oklahoma State, defensive end. Watch what I tell you. Listen carefully to what you hear about what his coach say and listen to the story. And then you'll be like, that motherfucker is a beast. He loves football to the point where he's willing to do that. Watch this shit. Watch this shit.
Any position on defense, it takes mentality, right? That's what we talk to him. Every player from the nose guard to the corner.
On one, y'all. Hold on. Brock Martin is what we want.
Yeah, Brock will probably apply for another year. You know the story last year. You know, he dislocated his elbow, and the doctors, I probably told you this story, but it's worth telling again. I think it's really good for young people to hear this story. The doctors, you know, we walked off the field, and they said, well, I heard it, so I knew something was wrong. And I said, that's not good, is it? And they said, no, it's dislocated his elbow, and it's back in now. And I said, well, what does that mean? And they said, well, probably 6 weeks. So I'm adding up in my brain what 6 weeks is, game-wise. And, you know, then the next week, he tried to play, and he wanted to play. And so the doctors wouldn't let him, and then he came to me, and I said, I mean, I'm not going to let you. I'm not a doctor, for one thing, and you can't play. The next week, they signed him off, and I think it's either the next week or the next, I can't remember, he played. And he should have been out 6 weeks. He was only out like 10 days or 12 days or something. And he put that brace on his elbow and played. But Brock loves competition, and he loves Oklahoma State, and he loves to be in the games. I mean, he's an ex-wrestler, raised in small-town Oklahoma with salt-of-the-earth parents. He's raised with mental toughness. He doesn't know any different. And he would apply for another year. He really would. He loves playing. I hope he gets a shot to bang around and play in the league a little bit. I mean, I don't know who. That's out of my hands, but his experience is invaluable to our guys, because when they get hot, when they get tired, when things get tough, he can tell them it's in his own words, it's going to be fine. Let's forget about this. I mean, he's the guy that makes the plays at the end of the game a lot of times, right? Everybody else is tired, and he's just mentally tougher than his opponent. He just never shuts down. You know, that play he made in the Fiesta Bowl where he reached around and grabbed him, pulled him down for Heisman. Unbelievable play that he made toward the end of the game. So he's a special Cowboy, and he always will be.
Bam. That speaks volumes. Those are the kind of players that Ziegler is going after. Motherfuckers that ain't scared of shit, that got a motor, love the sport, and willing to dislocate an elbow, told they could not play for 6 weeks, put a brace on that bitch, and back in the game 10 to 12 days later. Bruh. They built different. In order to be a Raider, you must be built different. And these motherfuckers are built different. Ziegler went out there and they single-handedly targeted the right motherfuckers to keep this motherfucking tradition going. These ain't Patriot players. These are the players that donned the silver and black back in the 60s. Your Lyle Zados. Your Gene Upshaws. You know what I mean? They went after these type of players. Players that's... Ronnie Lott was once a fucking Raider. What did Ronnie Lott do with his finger? He told him, cut that shit off, put me back in the game. These are the motherfuckers that deserve to be in the silver and black. And Ziegler and them is doing... They are scouring the earth looking for these guys, and they're finding these dudes, and these dudes ain't even been drafted. But motherfuckers overlook these kind of guys? That's what I'm saying. Do not cancel out any of these undrafteds until everything is said and done. Because I guarantee you, these motherfuckers here is going to outwork motherfuckers that were either already on the team or just got drafted. They're going to outwork them. Because that's all they know. They don't know nothing else. They don't know nothing. They don't know what quit means. Fuck quitting. They gonna go out there and bust their ass every play. They not gonna stop. They not gonna get tired. They just gonna keep. And these are defensive dudes, so they just gonna keep coming. What did Marshawn Lynch say about rushing the ball? You just keep running through their face over and over and over and over and over again until they throw in the white flag and they quit. That's what these motherfuckers is gonna do. They gonna just keep coming and coming and coming until you tap your helmet and tell your coach, take me out the game. I ain't got no win left. These motherfuckers is robots. You feel me? Hey, I'm telling you, they went out and they found these motherfuckers. Nobody drafted them. Are you serious? Okay, don't draft them. Ziegler and the crew, hey, I want y'all to go get Brock Martin. You go get George Tarlas. We're here in Vegas. We've been watching Adam Plant. Go get him. Sign him up. Offer him money to come sign with us and give him an opportunity. Don't you know these are the kind of players when you give them the opportunity to make a professional team, that's when they really go all out? Because it was probably just a dream at first to them. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to make the NFL, but it's hard. Nobody drafted us. You got motherfuckers that, oh, woe was me type mentality. Oh, woe was me. I didn't make it. Oh, feel sorry for me. But these motherfuckers said, man, fuck feeling sorry for me. I'm gonna take somebody. I'm gonna take me a job. Put me on the motherfucking field. Give me an undrafted contract. I'm taking somebody's motherfucking job. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm taking your job. If you don't work as hard as I will, you gonna lose your job, bitch. That's the kind of motherfuckers we went and got. That's what we went and got. You listen to their backstories and you like, oh shit. Motherfucker slept on him? That's what they're gonna say. I can't wait till the preseason come. I can't wait till the preseason come because I want to see exactly how these dudes get down in the line of fire. Get out there on the field, line up with your brothers, hike the ball, get after the quarterback. Let me see what you do when shit is real. You know what I mean? But from everything I'm hearing their coaches say about them and the shit I see on film, okay, Ziegler, okay, I see you. While motherfuckers sitting there moaning and groaning and being fucking upset over the shit that we did in either in the draft or why did we go in the undrafted and get this guy? There's a reason why they went and got those motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you. You don't just go and close your eyes and eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you know what I mean, and grab a motherfucker and sign them. You've been watching this motherfucker. And you done already told your crew, look, if this motherfucker go undrafted, hey, get on the phone, call this motherfucker and get him. Two of the offensive linemen. See, we're talking defensive ends today. We're not talking nothing else. But let me throw in an extra tidbit of information. The two offensive linemen that were undrafted, right? McClendon Curtis and I forgot what's the other dude? Wagner. Is it Wagner? No, whatever the fuck. The big dude, 6'9", 320 pounds. These dudes got top dollar for being undrafted free agents. I think is it Dalton? I think Dalton Wagner, I think his name. Dalton Wagner, the big white dude. He got $225,000 more than any other team offered him. See, Chicago wanted him because he's from Illinois. So they've been watching dude. But they didn't offer what the Raiders offered him. He took the most money and came to us. Now, the guard out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, McClendon Curtis, he took $215,000 guaranteed to come to us over any other team. So if you're offering money like that to these two dudes to outbid any other team that wants their services, that means these motherfuckers go nowhere. I'm sorry. And I heard McClendon Curtis been given the green light to compete for the starting right guard job on this team. Now, Dalton Wagner, there's a whole nother different. I don't know the background on that one, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna let him compete because the motherfucker's jobs that's at stake is Illuminor, who only signed a 1-year deal, and Bars, who only signed a 1-year deal. Those two motherfuckers is gone after this year. So you went out and got you 2 undrafteds by breading them out, telling them to come here to camp. Hey, you got opportunity to be a starter, earn that shit. Hey, I like that. I like that shit. Earn that shit. Don't be giving these motherfuckers nothing with no sweat. You know what I mean? Let these motherfuckers sweat for this shit. But hey, that's all right now that we got, man. Hey, I'm digging. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I understand what we're doing. I see what we're doing, and I see the type of motherfuckers we're targeting. We're not going after these old soft as drugstore cotton ass motherfuckers. We're going after motherfuckers that love this game to the point where they're willing, if they get hurt, they patch me up, throw me back in. That's the love. That's the love of the sport. When a motherfucker, and see, they're not getting paid. Well, he would. I don't think Brock Martin was getting paid in college, but to dislocate your elbow and to turn around and be like, I throw a brace on it and get back in the game 10 to 12 days later, and they told you, and the doctors is telling the coach, yeah, he's gonna miss 6 weeks. Shit, 6 weeks. You better kiss this 6-week-old dick. I hope he ain't got no 6-week-old dick. Hey, but for real though, you better kiss my ass for 6 days, bitch. I'm 6 weeks. I ain't going out for no 6 weeks. He probably that the schedule be like, I'm trying to make the pros, bruh. And he came back in and with a brace, man, dislocated elbow, that motherfucker played. That kind of remind me of Ray Lewis, the last Super Bowl run he made. He wasn't 100% healthy. That motherfucker was injured, hurt, everything. All them years finally caught up to his ass. But that motherfucker was just the motherfucking, he was the essence of that defense in Baltimore. You know what I mean? That beat the Niners. He was that essence. He was the gas. He was the petrol that went in the tank. He might not have been the engine or the transmission, but he was that motherfucker to make that shit go. That's the kind of players you want. When motherfuckers feel like they down and out, but that one motherfucker ain't gonna let you. No, nigga. You ain't feeling like that, bruh. We going out here, we gonna go get this motherfucker, and we gonna do it together. That's the motherfucking team that you want to build around. You want to build a team with that mentality, that focus. You know what I mean? That is a whole different beast you dealing with. The kind of motherfucker that may not been the most athletic, the strongest, fastest, but nobody's heart compares to that motherfucker's heart. You know what I mean? In his chest. That beats. You know what I mean? He's just a whole different beast. Like, man, this motherfucker won't stop. Yeah, quarterbacks beware. We're coming with relentless, reckless abandonment. They're not going to stop. They don't care if they get hurt in the process. They coming for you. Mahomes, you need to go bail your little fucking horny ass little brother out of jail, sexually assaulting and beating up, whatever the fuck happened. Little bastard. Tell that little son of a bitch stay his ass in the house. Jack off when he get lonely. Yeah, but we coming for you, Mahomes. Wilson, oh yeah, your little sawed off ass is gonna get it too. Herbert, oh yeah, you about to melt sherbet, orange sherbet. You about to get melted, orange sherbet. Hey, I see what kind of team we been. Y'all ain't gonna like the outcome. Y'all might beat us, but I guarantee you're not gonna do it unscathed. Ziggler and them is going after some gangsters. You know what I mean? Some gangsters. You know, the kind of motherfucker to take a gunshot long as it ain't fatal and still like, fuck that, they done. Nigga, what? I just shot you in the thigh. Fuck my eye, bitch. Fuck my thigh. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. We got gangsters on this team. Cheers to the nation, y'all. I see what the fucking game plan is, and it's not gonna be anything nice for anybody we play. And you know what? If these dudes on defense actually can gel quickly, oh, it's not gonna be pretty. Cause they off these motherfuckers sick 'em. And they coming. They coming. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers, hey, I see what they're trying to build. Now, can they build it? It all depends on the players they're picking up and add to the roster. If they truly are what Ziegler and them presume them to be, the league is in trouble. If we get our defense anywhere near the production of what our offense is planning on doing, y'all motherfuckers need to get a barbed wire enema. Cause hey, we about to rip your asshole out. Hey, Dark, say that shit. Dude, that's the truest statement ever made about the Raiders. And look, this is why I say everybody keep trying to say, oh, we're the New England West. No, look at the players we're getting. Like just Dark. Look what Dark. Let me post this up, Dark. Hey, that was brilliant. This is the kind of shit Al Davis would say. This is the kind of shit Al Davis would give refuge to. Motherfuckers that are outcasts. People don't respect them, respect their game. Oh, you played at a small college, did it this and that and that and this. And then somebody like us come along and be like, no, if you can produce, come on. We'll give you an opportunity. And just giving them an opportunity makes these dudes shine brighter than any star in the motherfucking universe. That's the crazy shit. And that's exactly what this team used to be. That's why I'm getting excited, because I think Mark Davis planted in Ziegler's ear, look, stick to the formula that won you guys all those rings, but do it with the Raider twist. Well, what's the Raider twist? Speed and motherfuckers people turn their back on that have they have that it factor, but no one wants to give them an opportunity to show it off. But we will. Hey, it's not a coincidence that okay, let me give you an example. The kind of players that we're talking about, the rejects, your Mastersons, your Darius Butlers, your Garbers, Palomaus, all these motherfuckers were undrafted and made the team. How? How can they make the team and they were undrafted? Because we gave them an opportunity. They were the castaways. Nobody drafted them. Nobody gave them an opportunity but the Raiders. And when you give people like that an opportunity, they are forever in your debt, meaning they'll go through hell and high water to prove to you and show you their gratitude. And when the Raiders been built on that, we've been built on that for years. We've been signing people nobody fucks with. Jim Plunkett, they gave up on Jim Plunkett. Drafted by the Patriots. The Niners took him on. They gave up on him. They quit on him. We brought him in, and guess what he did? 2 motherfucking Super Bowls later. That's Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett. And there's more stories than that. There's other people we gave opportunities that nobody else would. Regardless of the reason. Whether it was their race or their religion or political party we did not give a fuck. That's what I'm seeing what Ziegler and them is doing. They don't care who you are, because there's black players, white players, blue collar players, white collar players, but they're going after the guys that everybody else turned their back on and giving them an opportunity. And the kind of motherfucker like that, and you give them an opportunity and they strive in it, They show gratitude. How do they gratitude? They go out and they dominate. Every game they dominate just to show you, thank you. Thank you for giving me that opportunity. And go out there and do the shit again next week. That's what an undrafted player can bring to you. It's not an accident we had 4 undrafteds on our team. These were the dudes out of all the undrafteds that fought their way onto this roster. You know what I mean? And they made the roster. That's like I look at this team now and I look at these undrafted and I detail storyline. I'm like, oh shit. That's why I had to share it with y'all. That's why I say meet the D. You know about Max Crosby and UNLV started off at TCU, come back home. Used to live in Long Beach. Father and mother used to toss him around the ball when he was little. Have the measurables, almost the equivalent to Tyree Wilson. And then I go look at Wilson. You go watch the Raiders channel, and then they show when his mom called him and read the letter to appreciate, hey, son, you made it, man. I'm glad. And they both started shedding tears. And this dude said, the way this man cried and the way this man admires his mother, he's willing to run through a brick wall to show her everything she did for him as a kid for football. She was scared to let him play, but she let him play. It's just the beginning of greatness, is what he said. Come on, that shit sends chills up your spine. This is just the beginning of greatness. So you know when you push him, what is he going to become if you get the right coaches behind him to push him to greatness? You're going to get greatness. And it's crazy because Wilson's ceiling is so high that if you can coach him up and push him to be even within a foot of that ceiling, he's going to stand out from anybody else at that position. And I seen it when I seen the tears run down his cheek when his mom told him how she's proud of him, and she had to stop and be like, okay, no more. And then he broke down. Man, thank you for believing in me, for being there for me. This is just the beginning of greatness. That shit makes you feel like, oh my God, he's about to murder the league. He's going to murder the league because somebody took a chance on him. And that's the same way I feel about these undrafteds. Not all of them. All of them may not, talent-wise may not be there. But maybe you have all the heart in the world. Maybe that gets them on the team or the practice squad. But the main ones I'm looking at is like, bruh, if you give the right motherfucker the opportunity, he's going to forever be in your debt. He's going to show you every fucking day that you did not make the wrong mistake. And that's who you want to play for you. A motherfucker that's willing to run through walls and show you in practice, in games, that you did not fuck up and make the wrong choice. I'm going to show you made the right choice. And they going to go 10 times harder than the motherfuckers that were given the opportunity just by being drafted. These dudes were undrafted. They weren't given shit. Now, they had other teams call them, but in that situation, you were undrafted. You got to try to get your paper. So the one that came with the most money is basically showing you the motherfuckers that had the most interest. The Raiders showed their interest in these players because they came and signed with us. Hey, motherfuckers is in trouble. I'm calling that shit now. I'm calling that shit now. I see this shit. I break down a person's person. You know what I mean? I break down a person's person. Like, you could tell by the way they talk, they walk, and their background story. What kind of individual are you dealing with? And see, that's the one main thing Ziegler always spoke of. That's why they love the Senior Bowl players, because they got to sit there and actually see them interact with each other. How are they with the other players, their comrades, their brothers? You know what I mean? How do they correlate with them? How do they get along? You know what I mean? How hard do they practice? How much do they love it? They knew so much that they went out there and drafted 5 motherfucking Senior Bowl players and gave an undrafted a contract that was in the Senior Bowl as well. Ziegler is not no dummy, y'all. He's building the team with some motherfucking hitters. Hitters. When I say hitters, I ain't talking baseball. I'm talking pit bulls and wild, and Rottweilers. You know what I mean? I'm not talking baseball. Not them kind of hitters. We talk about hitters. When you say sick 'em, they on your motherfucking ass. They on ass. That's what we went and got. It took me to be like, oh. Oh, I see what they're doing. They about to have, hey, picture this. The Raiders is about to reinvent what we were known for, and now we got the new Suicide Squad. I think that should be our new nickname, the Suicide Squad. Because that's the kind of players they wouldn't got. Motherfuckers willing to kill them to make a play. Dislocating elbows. You know what I mean? Nigga, all that kind of shit. Oh, bruh, you good. I'll fuck with you all. If you willing to go that route, bruh, I'm riding with you. I'm riding with you. For real, for real. I'm excited. When the draft is over, so all we got left now is we're getting to the mini camps, mandatory, especially these rookies. And the rookies include the undrafteds. I can't wait to watch them and listen to what they say about them, the stories from these guys as they're observing. I can't wait because I root for these dudes. I root for the underdog. The Raiders were the first underdog ever to win the Super Bowl. We were a wild card. We were an underdog from day one and won it. The first team ever to do that. So I root for the underdog. I root for the little guy at the little school nobody pays attention to. Think, he ain't gonna make the team. No, say that. I want you to say that a little louder so he can hear you. I want you to tell him, or you don't even have to tell him, just say it loud enough so he can hear you. He ain't gonna make the team. Oh, I'm not gonna make the team? Then that motherfucker going 20 times harder than everybody. You know what I mean? The kind of motherfuckers where other soft motherfuckers be like, man, you making us look bad. You know what I mean? Here's a personal story of mine. And I'm built from that cloth that I'm talking of. That's why I know this shit. I'm built from that shit. And here's an example. Years ago, I worked at UPS, right? So I'm brand new. And the only thing I know how to do is go hard. I know how to go hard in the paint like a motherfucker with any job. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna outwork me. You ain't gonna outdo anything that I do. It's just, I'm not in competition with you, but I'm letting these motherfuckers know you ain't fucking with no simp. So we at UPS, right? We loading trucks. I'm busting this shit out. It's hot. I'm busting it out. But I'm not tripping off the heat. Fuck the heat. I'm busting this shit out. And this motherfucker's been here for a few years. You know what I mean? I ain't been here even a year yet. Nigga turn to me and say, why you working so hard? Nigga, I laughed inside. I'm like, what? This nigga, did he just ask me if I'm working so hard? And I'm thinking, and that let me know right there how soft he was. The reason why? Because in my mind, I wasn't working hard. I was working normal. And if my normal to him was hard, you was a bitch. You soft as shit. Oh, drugstore cotton soft ass nigga. Why I'm working hard. you bitch ass nigga, get out of here. You know what I mean? I want to tell them, but you know what I mean? I'm trying to set the standard for these motherfuckers and let them know, especially when I'm still on probation, that you got a motherfucker that do this shit. Yeah, but the motherfucker had the nerve to say, wow, I'm working hard. And I was disgusted, like, you bitch ass nigga. Wow, I'm working so. Did you just say that shit to me? And I knew from there, day on, I don't want that motherfucker ever working with me. Ever. Get that bitch away from me. This nigga said, well, I'm working hard. Nigga, I'm not even going hard in the paint. That's the thing. I wasn't even going hard, and you said it was hard. Like you just want to get a job, take it easy, kick up your feet, not do shit and get paid. Nigga, but if you own a company and have motherfuckers doing that shit, you be like, what the fuck is we doing? This motherfucker boy soft as shit. You know me, you got that. And just because they like that don't mean you gotta be like that. So these motherfuckers undrafted, once Ziegler and them bleed out, and this is why I say this shit. I'm gonna go back a little bit before this season and go to the motherfucking players that got released. Jonathan Abram, Jonathan Hankins. These are motherfuckers I felt bullshitting in the trailer. If you think about, you know, I mean, I'm using the analogy from what I know. They bullshit. Why you working so hard? Them is the kind of niggas that ask another motherfucker that. Why you working so hard? Nigga, what did you just say to me? Did you just ask me why I'm working so hard and I'm not working hard? You soft as shit. And it kind of makes you think these are the reasons why Ziegler and them got rid of these motherfuckers. Because they soft as shit. They not built for this. For what they're trying to build, you're not built for what the fuck we're trying to build. So you know what we gonna do? Hey, thank you for your service. Get the fuck out of here. That's what they did. Exit stage left. Hey, top of the morning, Raider Gabe. Thank you for being here, bruh. I say that shit, Ray Love. These motherfuckers are soft. What happened to the motherfuckers with thick skin? I mean, I grew up where, you know, your mom and your pops will tell you, long as a motherfucker don't touch you, don't worry about what the fuck they say. But if they put hands on you, beat the fuck out of them. You know what I mean? Nowadays, these motherfuckers is sensitive to what a motherfucker say. What a motherfucker say. And it don't matter if they take it for weakness or whatever. If they misconstrue and take it for the wrong reason, that's their downfall. You know what I mean? For thinking you soft, and then they get to the point where they think they can put hands on you because the words didn't move you, and then they find out the hard way, this little motherfucker's strong. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Tubby, what's the deal, man? Tops to you. Hey, for real though, Dark. Hey, thank you for your service. Get the fuck out of here. You little soft ass bitch. You know what I mean? And they got a lot of motherfuckers like that. So year one, like I said, year one was implementing your system and finding out what your personnel is. You know what I mean? And it's not just ability. See, a lot of people we base it on, well, he's good enough to stay. It wasn't about being good enough to stay. What kind of person is he? You know what I mean? Because some people got to work hard to be great. The people that's born that way, sometimes they take it for granted. You know what I mean? I ain't got to do shit. I'm 429. I run a 429 all day. You blessed like that. But that's all you were blessed with was speed. What about between the ears? See, these other motherfuckers staying up all night studying playbook, watching film, because they want to perfect their craft. Just like motherfucking Adam said. Adam said, I study You know what I mean? This is not an easy offense. I study this shit because I'm not gonna be the motherfucker that ain't gonna know what he's supposed to do. A play call. That's what Devontae Adams said out of his mouth in the interview. I study this shit because I'm not gonna be him. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. That's what we want everybody to be. Study. Be great. If a motherfucker pushing you to be great, allow them to push you to be great. See, they're not pushing you in the direction of failure. They're pushing you in the direction of being great. Motherfuckers don't understand the two. Or you just hard on me because you want me to fail. No, nigga, I'm hard on you because I want you to be great. Because I know it's in you. I see it. But these motherfuckers don't even see it in themselves and think it's some all other kind of conspiracy shit. Oh, you just want me to fail to get me off the team. No, nigga, I want you to be great so you can make the team. Dumb motherfucker, you. You know what I mean? Like what Ice Cube say in the old song, take a look at yourself, you dumb nigga, you. That's how you gotta, don't fuck everybody else. Take a look at yourself, dummy. Shout out to Gravy, man. Thank y'all for being here, man, for real. I'm about to jump off here. I ain't gonna be too long. You know what I mean? I love this Raider shit. I love breaking shit down, figuring shit out, and then bringing it to y'all so y'all can be in the know. Because there's no, the scariest nation is a nation that's all in tune. You feel me? With that being said, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Y'all enjoy your Thursday. Be safe out there. The number one thing, make it back. Love and such. I'll be here tomorrow morning, 7 Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance. To everybody watching, hey, if you have done so, please subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up. You know what I mean? Leave a comment, hit the notification bell if you like to. I'm going to bring you real shit. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to blow no smoke up your ass. I'm not going to give you no bullshit. If it's my opinion, I'm going to let you know it's my opinion. But if I can analyze it and break it down to you and let you be able to consume it and be like, you know what? Lunatic is right. And that's what I'm here for. I want the nation to be in tune. There's only one nation, and only one nation can be in tune with each other. You feel me? Without you, there's no me. Without us, there's no nation. There's only one. The motherfucking Raider Nation. Let that shit be known. Spread that shit across the world. You feel me? Across the globe. Shout out to everybody watching, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking out the time in your morning. Man, I appreciate it. Really do. And I'll be tomorrow morning at 7 right here, Raiders Allegiance, man. I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance. You've been watching Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast with me, Lunatic Raider, man. Hey, enjoy your guys' day. Be safe. Be safe. God bless. I'm out this bitch. I'm out this B-I-E.